Even before I came into office, I was very clear that in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, we did some things that were wrong. We did a whole lot of things that were right, but we tortured some folks. We did some things that were contrary to our values.
Were you surprised to hear the president actually say torture?
I was. I think his use of the word torture could have political, diplomatic, and possibly even legal implications. We reported this morning in the Daily Beast that the Senate report that President Obama was speaking about explicitly decided not to use the word torture just for this very reason. They didn't want to wade into a legal debate that could have far-reaching consequences for the people implicated in the report for using these harsh interrogation techniques. I'm sure this is how President Obama feels. He even mentioned that even if the report doesn't mention the word torture, anyone who reads the interrogation techniques that the CIA personnel used would have to come to the conclusion that it's torture. That's a sentiment that's shared widely in the human rights community and in the non-governmental organizations that have been advocating for the release of the report, but it's disputed heavily by those former CIA officials and the former Bush administration officials who authorized those very techniques.
Gloria, this is obviously something that's been debated in the public realm and also even on Capitol Hill. Senator McCain has been very out front on this, unlike taking a different stand than many of his Republican colleagues. The president did say he understood why it occurred, given the fear that occurred after 9/11.
And don't forget, this is an administration that authorized the declassification of memos about the so-called torture. And I think I agree with Josh. The word is quite loaded, and it's sort of the basis for a long-standing disagreement between the president and lots of people over at the CIA who would take a different stand and say they did what they had to do because they were afraid of another terror attack. You know, this issue has been debated openly for a very long time, so it's no surprise, as Josh points out, that this is the way the president feels. I think the direct use of the word is important coming from his mouth.
Bob Berry, it's interesting. I mean, you know, I've been to Tuol Sleng, the prison that the Khmer Rouge set up in Phnom Penh, and the U.S. always said what they did was torture, and they used waterboarding. There's the waterboarding implements at that prison, when even techniques that other governments, the Russian, the Soviets did. Do you have any doubt that it's torture?
Oh, I think waterboarding's torture. It's been defined as such. You know, Japanese were executed during World War II for torturing Americans. The world community describes it as torture. What's new is that the president has used that word. And it's a word, by the way, which CIA officers are not allowed to use. Even ex-CIA officers like me cannot use the word torture, aren't supposed to, because the CIA does not want this defined as breaking the law, essentially. And I think this is a huge setback for the CIA, and I think the president has taken the side of the Senate rather than John Brennan, the CIA director, whom I remind you was involved in the early decisions to use enhanced interrogations, as he would call it, or torture, as the president is.